Hello, Taurus. This is your tarot reading for December 2015. I am using a slightly different deck from my usual deck. This is my Rider-Waite in illustrated Radiant. It's called the Radiant Tarot deck. And you'll see the colors are much brighter. This deck is slightly smaller, a little bit narrower, and the cards are much more glossier. I actually use this deck much more often than the traditional deck that I use in my videos. You know, that deck I've always, um, the, for some reason, the older deck, the first deck I ever had, I've only used it when I do my video readings. This one I use every day. But I also have special decks that I might start pulling out that I use for special occasions as well. I also am using this special amethyst stone. It's not a crystal, it's a stone. And it's actually my birthstone. Amethyst is for Libra. But the nice thing about this is that this is a very good stone for enhancing psychic energy. And I've used this a lot. It's been a very good stone for me. So let's see what happens for you in December. That was Ace of Wands. We'll see if it shows up. A lot of you have said that my readings have been pretty accurate. These readings, it's, taking into consideration, I'm reading for each astrological sign. I'm not going to be able to give accurate readings for every single situation, but I try to, as much as possible, read for love and career and work in general. But there are always like very special circumstances that are going on with everybody. So if you would like a more detailed reading, feel free to contact me. But I'm very happy that a lot of you have found my readings helpful. So I'm going to shuffle for just a few more seconds. Nothing important has popped out yet, although they've tried. We'll see if Ace of Wands decides to actually show up. Okay. Okay. We have Page of Swords in reverse. We have the Chariot. We have Two of Wands in reverse. We have the Lovers card. We have Queen of Wands. We have the Fool. We have Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have King of Wands. The Star in reverse. Okay, I will pull the outcome cards near the end of the reading. Now, someone posted a comment, that when I was first doing these readings, it was like, oh, these readings are just so negative. They're depressing, which I don't think is the case all the time with the readings. I've had a lot of these video readings where there have been very positive outcomes and everything is falling into place. And I choose not to look at this like, oh, this is a negative reading or a lot of bad things are happening. Because life is not simple like that. Life is not all good and all bad. The purpose of tarot, I think, is to get clarity, that we seek answers from tarot cards as an oracle because we're frequently in situations where if it was as simple as a yes or no, then we wouldn't need tarot as much. You know, we wouldn't need to seek um, this higher, more powerful source from the universe to find a complex answer to a complex question. So, this person would say, "Oh, why would people even why would even people get a tarot reading when they're so depressing and sad?" Well, I think frequently in life, with the good and the bad, there's always many complicated situations where we need clarity in understanding ourselves, and understanding our behaviors and the behaviors of other people in our lives. And so many times, especially after giving hundreds and thousands of readings, people, it would seem that, oh, this situation is so simple, just walk away, or you can get out of this. It's all you have to do is choose to be out of it. And many times we do understand the bigger picture, but it's when it's happening to you, it's never as simple, you know. And so there's a wisdom in consulting the tarot, because the tarot can, the way I like to read tarot especially is to get at the human, the this not only just the psychological, but what are the issues that are affecting us that we cannot see or that we cannot understand. So Taurus, I'm going to shut up now and go to your reading. Now, you have four major arcana cards, and I like to read those first because those provide the framework for what's going on. We have the Chariot, which is about moving forward. We have the Lovers, which is about unity and harmony. We have the Fool, which is about letting go. And then we end up with the Star in reverse, losing hope. And this seems to follow this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this reversal of fortune. Ten of Pentacles means um, prosperity and happiness, stable family life. It does have a lot to do with family as well. You see the husband, the wife, the dog, the old man, happy home. This King of Pentacles is surrounded. This King of Pentacles is very close to these negative energies. Moving up to the middle, we have this Queen of Wands right in the middle. Now, Taurus, you are an earth sign. And the two court cards I have are King and Queen of Wands. So, you're in here somewhere. There's a partnership going on. This Queen of Wands is in the center of everything here. And this can be someone who's very dominant and confident and has a lot to do with what's going on with this King of Wands. But going back to the past energy here, we have a Page of Swords in reverse. Now, the Page of Swords is card of messages of truth, finding out the truth, getting clarity. And it's in reverse, so we do not have clarity. And then we move to the Chariot. Maybe we tried to move past this. There's a truth that we tried to avoid and we tried to move past it. And we end up going into an unsuccessful situation. We did not get the success. We thought, there's a truth that I'm going to avoid here. I'm going to try to move past it. But you're not going to, it wasn't successful. Or there was a discussion. The Page of Swords can mean some type of meeting or discussion. It doesn't necessarily have to be a message about truth, but maybe a meeting or discussion that needed to happen to bring some clarity or resolution did not happen. So this is about communication. It also has a lot to do with the psychological, okay? And so there's no resolution or clarity happening. We tried to move past it, and now we have two of Wands in reverse. Upright, this is the card of success. Having the world in your hand. And this man has the world in his hand because of this fire, these two wands of fire of motivation and control. He has the world, everything he wants, he's getting. Well, you're not getting what you want for some reason. Trying to move past this issue of, trying to overstep. You're not getting clarity, or you're not moving forward with all the information you needed. And so it might be in this future, it might be coming back to haunt you. Now, as we have this moving forward and running into a bit of bad luck or things not turning out the way we hoped, maybe bad timing, we go into this situation with the lovers and unity and harmony. And it can also mean a little bit of a union with someone. I think obviously this Queen of Wands has a lot to do with that. Note that we have wands that are a big part of what's going on here. Control. The Two of Wands are reversed here. The man who has one wand in his hand, he has actually two, but he only has one in his hand. He's choosing to hold the world in one hand and the wand in the other, sort of like a wand and a scepter. Oh, you know how a king or a queen holds the scepter and orb. In a way, this is a symbol of power, but you have no power here. You don't. This Queen of Wands does, and this can be a man or a woman. This can be a man or a woman. But look at what happens here, because the Queen is looking towards this Fool. The Fool has a wand as well. And it's interesting. People have wands in one hand and something in the other. This man He has a wand and an orb, the earth in his other hand. But this is reversed, so you're not able to have complete power. There are trade-offs going on. The queen has a wand in one hand and a sunflower in the other. This symbol of earth, Taurus, something that's growing, the sunflower, nurturing. Um, this fool, he has a wand in one hand and a white rose in the other, this symbol of innocence. Because look at him, he's going off on a new adventure and he's not paying attention. He doesn't care that he's near the edge of a cliff here. He's going to take the risk. And so, backtracking to what goes on with this man here, I think this has a lot to do with the fact that this man wants to, there's not going to be, you're moving forward, but you're not moving forward with all the information, or you're not moving forward in the truth. And maybe this man, he doesn't realize that there's another wand here. He's looking out with the world and the wand in his hand, and he's thinking, I have everything. And there's even another one behind him that maybe he doesn't see, because it's never really clear in this card. If there's a second wand behind him that maybe he does see, but he only needs one wand and he wants the world in his other hand. Well, why isn't he holding the two wands up? Well, he has more power than he needs. Well, now it's in reverse. So you're not quite as in control as you think you are, Taurus. And so as we go on, and sometimes, it's good to take a risk and have a new beginning. This Queen of Wands in your life, and this promise of harmony and unity, there's nothing wrong with taking a risk, starting a new beginning, traveling, moving forward, because we have the Chariot that's also moving forward as well. This is about movement, and this is also about movement to a new place. But there's something that you needed to know about this situation here with this Queen of Wands that we've neglected. You're not in control as you think. You're moving forward and you're thinking, okay, this is the right time. I think I'm making the right decision here. But as we go to this Pentacles, this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I think there's going to be some repercussions for not moving forward in clarity and taking on board. Maybe someone tried to give you advice and you ignored it, but there are going to be consequences for that. Also, it's someone is keeping something from you. Someone has not told you everything. And because of that, you are moving forward in a very vulnerable position. Because if you did know this information, I don't think you would have moved forward or taken the direction that you did. And so, you know, I can definitely see other options other than love going on here. What I'm seeing is definitely an issue with money. That someone, it's sort of like someone didn't tell you, a potential fiance didn't tell you, oh yeah, by the way, I have a credit score of, I have really bad credit or something like that. And then you move forward and you find out, and that affects your prosperity. Or there is an issue that this person has hidden money issues from you, and it affects your prosperity and your money here. So we go to this King of Wands who is now ruling. The Queen is more passive, she's confident. Um, she she is not the energy of the ruler. She's more this is more of an internal energy. She's self-determined. The king rules. Um, he rules with fire, but he also directs and controls and organizes and motivates and works with the spirit of um, focus. And so it's a ruling action. It's not necessarily internal. This is more external, where you sort of take control over a situation. But now we kind of lost a little hope here that maybe we found out now things are being revealed here. Um, we moved forward and we took a risk and we're like, well, I don't see this having a positive outcome now. This seems like a really negative situation. And the star is about balance. For instance, look at how um, she's pouring water in one jar and the water goes into back into the pond, but she can also pour water, get water out of the pond as well. And she's pouring water in the pond. So there seems to be some nurturing here on the earth. And Taurus, because you're earth, look at how we have the water being poured out on the earth, but it goes back into the pond. Everything nourishes itself, and we don't have that nourishing. You're not being nourished here. The earth. Oh, one more thing. So, Ten of Pentacles. Pentacles are your energy as well, and that's reversed. And this man has the earth in his hand, and that is reversed. Everything that's even um, remotely associated with your energy, Taurus, is reversed. Because even the man in the Page of Swords, you'll note that he is standing on a hill. He's grounded, and there's an elevation to where he's able to see all around him. He's able to see for miles, and he has clarity, and he's able to see where to point his sword because he's standing on higher ground. But you're not in this situation. You are not standing on higher ground, or once again, someone kept information from you, or there was a discussion that needed to happen. Some type of important communication or knowledge did not happen here. And it's led to a reversal of your energy, but also um, this situation that's turned out, that started out positive, but now is now negative, where you're not as positive as you used to be here with the Lovers and with the Fool. And note that the star is right under the Fool here. We have sort of like, it's almost as if the flip side of this Fool, when you look at this row, reading it vertically, we we are not in power, we're not in control as we thought we were. We took the risk and we are finding ourselves in a situation that didn't look as promising as we thought it would be. Now, you can say, oh, this is so negative, but maybe the purpose of this tarot is to alert you to a situation that you do need to know about in order to be prepared here, especially if it is about finances and a relationship. I think you need to be very careful, Taurus, in December, um, that there is some information or some clarity that you need to get and not rush headlong into this situation. And Taurus, you're an earth sign, so you usually, I know for a fact one of my sisters is a Taurus. She's probably the most sensible, rational person there is. And I think that maybe there's someone who's trying to get around you to get you to buy into a situation or a relationship or a financial situation. Maybe they want you to loan them money or something. I don't know. But Taurus, you are probably one of the most rational, sensible people there is, almost to a fault, because you can be kind of stubborn. And, bullheaded. You've got those horns going on. Um, so you're not one that people can necessarily pull over on. You're not one to be led by your emotions. And I can definitely see a situation where someone is trying to get the better of you, or there was some important information that you needed to know because you do cross your T's and you do dot your I's. And I don't think you're going to be happy with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse that, okay, I wish I had known about this before I went on this little adventure or got myself entangled up in this situation as indicated by the Lovers. You know how in the Lovers, I said in another reading how you have this Adam and Eve, this reference to Adam and Eve, and Eve offers Adam the apple, and she says, "Here, why don't you," or not an apple. We, there's no, the fruit in the Garden of Eden is not the apple. I think it was a different fruit, but Eve is offering Adam the piece of fruit, and I don't think she's being honest with him about where that fruit came from. What is trying to come out here? The world. Oh, that came out in another reading as well. And Adam eats the fruit. And my study of the Bible, even though I'm Wiccan, I still remember a lot of my Bible from my Christian days. Adam maybe knew that he wasn't supposed to eat the fruit, but I think he ate it because he wanted to share her fate, or because he loved her. That was one interpretation that was very popular um, in this interpretation of Adam and Eve and why Adam ate the fruit. But Taurus, I think it's because you didn't get all the information you needed, or you gave someone the benefit of the doubt, and maybe you should have thought twice. Okay, I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to cut the cards here. I'm going to pull two outcome cards. That seems to have been, it seems to have really been the case where it's now habit to pull two outcome cards. You have Six of Wands in reverse. And then you have Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. Your wands are in reverse as well. Not only do you have Earth and stability reverse, but the victory card. This is the victory card. So it's in reverse. I think victory is going to be delayed in this situation. That, especially if this is a financial or career reading, things might not have the best outcome for you. This Knight of Swords, the knight has his sword in the air. You see him rushing. This can be swift communication, swift action, but it seems as if that action, finding out the truth or getting some, once again, we're going to clarity, but this is a much stronger energy here. We're no longer talking about receiving messages. This is about you, like, okay, I need to find this out for myself. I need to get an understanding of what's going on here. You're just not receiving a message here. This is a much stronger energy. And so you might be left in the dark. That's what I'm getting. There's a situation that's constantly going to be frustrating that you're going to try to resolve. And I think it might have a lot to do with prosperity, but I also think it might have a lot to do with one particular person who is preventing you from it seems as almost as if your hands are tied because of the way this person pulled you into the situation or pulled you into the relationship. And it's not going to be successful. Things are going to get off to a bumpy start. If you've been going on a job search, that just popped into my head. There might be some paperwork or information that you need that's getting in the way of you getting a job or becoming successful. I'm definitely picking that up as well. And you want to move forward, and you have four major arcana cards. If it was five, I definitely say that there are circumstances beyond your control. But I think that the circumstances are a little bit based on things taken out of your control, but also you trying to do something about this. I'd say it's internal and external. That a particular person might have created a situation for you that's affected your life in a very serious or permanent way. And it's going to take you a little bit of time going into the new year. I'm shuffling these cards while I'm reading into this. I don't think it means, oh, well, this fell out. Three of Wands. Well, you're getting a positive. I guess one card decided to pop out and says, well, it's not all bad for Taurus. Three of Wands means to productively and positively plan. That you will be able to set off on your goals. You see this man sending ships out, and he's got a wand in his hand, and he's standing on higher ground. He's gotten his stability. Much like this man. So your two of wands were in reverse, but then this three of wands decided to pop out here and say, well, you're going to get control. You're going to be successful. It's just going to take a little while longer while your ships go out to explore, or while you send your ships out and you wait for your ships to come back in, which is interesting. And I think it's interesting that We have these horses in reverse. These horses are very powerful animals. They're pretty representational of your will, like the chariot. We don't have horses here, but the interesting thing, these sphinxes, they are both, you have two things that are under your command, and horses are under your command here, but they were in reverse. So there are powerful forces or um, outside factors that you cannot control just yet. But you will get there, Taurus. And you just need to be a little bit patient. But this would be a good time, I think. This could be a warning to make sure um, that there's some important information that you need to make sure you have, and some clarity. And you need to make sure that you have your eyes open and that you know what you're getting into before you move forward. Now, this is something that could be taking place right now because it's actually happening as you go into December. So you need to make sure that everyone's accountable to you. This Queen of Wands, you need to make sure that there are no secrets and that you're on the same page with this person. That could definitely be one of the messages that's coming through for you, Taurus. I don't know why I'm still shuffling, but I guess I just do that while I'm trying to figure out the cards. But I think I've pulled all the cards that you need. So that was your reading, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. There's someone who's going to say, oh, well, Victoria, that was such a negative reading. But once again, I choose not to see this as, oh, this is so negative. I think that maybe this is information that you need to know. And I know that there are a few of you that I'm confirming a lot of things that are going on with you right now. And I'm sort of trying to let you know, okay, well, here are some things that you need to know that might be happening or the outcome. And it doesn't mean that you can't change the outcome. Once you know what's going on and that you get the bigger picture here and you get some clarity, you can use the wisdom of the cards in the reading to sort of change things around. And, in a way, that's pretty reassuring. So that was your reading. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will be doing a year-end reading for 2016, what's coming up for you in the next year, in addition to January. I should have some vacation time in December to make sure I squeeze all these readings in. But thank you for everything as far as subscribing and all your comments. And I hope you do enjoy your December and your holidays as well in your new year. And I will see you before the end of the year. So I wish you love and light, Taurus. And I'll see you in a few more weeks.